Hackensberger, and this is my project of Siddhartha, the novel by Hermann Hesse. In the project, we're supposed to analyze the Four Noble Truths and how they occur in the novel symbolically and how they occur in real life. But the first noble truth is existence of suffering. For my symbol for suffering, I chose to use the forest. I chose this because throughout the novel, Siddhartha is traveling and living through the forest, and in each instance, he finds himself suffering. So I tried to use dark colors to portray a dark and vast forest to give a sense of anxiousness and ominousness, and that something that gives the feel of suffering. The second noble truth is suffering arises from desire. I chose to use the fig as my symbol for desire because in the novel, Siddhartha comments to Kamala about her lips being like a freshly cut fig. And there are many aspects about the fig that speaks to me as symbolic of desire. The color of the fig is a bright red, which I feel is symbolic of the lust Siddhartha feels for Kamala. The ripeness of the fruit is symbolic of their youth, and the sweetness of its juice is symbolic of the sweetness of the material world that we all know is a false sense of happiness. I tried to portray these features by using bright red and yellow colors and using a dark background to emphasize these colors. The third noble truth is suffering ends when desire ends. And for my symbol, I chose the bird cage and the bird. I chose these because I feel that the cage is symbolic of desire, and the game Siddhartha finds himself in. Because though when Siddhartha went to the town originally, he thought that this was a wonderful idea and it was all beautiful. But his soul, which I feel is represented by the bird, was trapped by this game of samsara, and the cage and the bird is symbolic of that. So when Siddhartha leaves town without a word and Kamala hears of this, she goes to the cage and she releases the bird. And that is symbolic of Siddhartha finally being liberated from this game of samsara. The fourth noble truth is suffering ends when, the way to end suffering is to follow the Eightfold Path. To symbolize the Eightfold Path, I chose the river. And I chose the river because I feel it represents right contemplation. When Siddhartha goes to the river in his lowest moments, he finally feels rejuvenated by the river, and it gives him the perfect opportunity to finally listen to the world and to silence his inner self in order to finally, ultimately, reach his goal of nirvana. So I tried to convey this contemplation by using colors that blended into each other and a calm water to represent this perfect atmosphere for contemplation. So I used for the Four Noble Truths the forest, the fig, the bird in the cage, and the river.